Hey, so guys, welcome back to another monster video. So in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at what just happened to Team Wars. Yeah, so matchmaking is kind of messed up right now. We're gonna go ahead and cover all that, and then also apparently live duels are back as well. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, make sure to drop a like, subscribe. Anyway, let's go on and get started. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about the duels in a second. I honestly did figure that they would bring this thing back, but not anytime this soon, honestly. But anyways, before we get into that, we gotta address the situation with like Team Wars, right? With the team ranking. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and just go in here. So this is the Feral Campaign 5, which just started basically yesterday. And what happened was like they kind of reset everything. Like there was a message that popped up saying that you were removed from like matchmaking, which was super weird. So I got that message, and which was even more weird. You guys know when you get into the top 100 or so, or I think like it's just in the team leagues of like Legendary 4. Like once you get in the top, oh yeah, that is top 100. Okay, so yeah, once you get in the top 100, you guys know like the way the matchmaking works is that when you click here, you go to Team Wars. It's not like it automatically like you'd have to just like start back to back yourself. It actually is just opt in automatically, and it's just it just opts you in, you know what I mean? And you can either turn it off or turn it on, but apparently it was turned off, which was super weird. But thankfully one of the other leads in the team actually noticed that, and they went ahead and turned that back on. But what was even more weird was like, take a look at this. Do you guys see what's wrong with this here? What's maybe up here? Yeah, look at this. So we have our trophy still, but it's like there's no league, right? And when you go to team leagues, you don't have any teams here at all. And when you go to team rankings, apparently the first team here is MAGIA. So this team apparently is first place right now. And so comments that one of my teammates made was like, the top 5 teams should just take a screenshot right now and use it for recruiting while they're still up there. But yeah, so this team is first, and apparently King is second, Colonel is third, and so on, basically. And if you're taking a look at this, you don't see any team here that, you know what I mean, that you usually see that are in the top, I guess, 30 or whatever, or even in the top 5. But even like teams right here, I don't really recognize any of these ones here, which is super weird. Like Reaper's Beginnings, I've never seen that. Slightly above average, I think I've seen that one maybe, or I think the team is called like above average. I think that's what it was. But yeah, there's like a bunch of teams here that I never have heard of. So this is definitely very, very interesting. They didn't even reset like the scores or anything. But right now, if you take a look at this, the 5,796, we should be technically first place right now with that trophy, with the amount of trophies there, but we're not. So after this war, it should actually start settling back in and be like the way it was before. That should definitely fix things, because I mean the trophies are still there, it's just that the teams aren't there. The teams aren't in the leaderboard ranking. So I think it's just like a mess up, I would say, which will definitely get fixed, of course, after this war. You just have to go into this war, finish this war off, and then it'll be fine again. But taking a look at the monster power here, this looks the same, of course, right? Unique monsters, pretty sure that's still the same here. Wow, above average has 37,160. That's insane. There's some really good collectors. Previous campaign, so this is what it usually was like, and this is what it was supposed to look like. And I'm pretty sure everybody matched like usual, because Sylvia, our team, matched Mighty Monsters, which was right below us. So they still did actually. Oh, it looks like the score went down. The trophies did go down because we were at 6,485. So yeah, the trophies probably did go down. But like the teams are still matching the same exact teams that are around their scope, I guess. So for us, it's Mighty Monsters, and this is gonna be a fun war. So we're gonna have to see how this goes, of course. But yeah, there's an hour left before this starts. But I kind of wanted to kind of make this video to kind of let you guys know what are my thoughts and what exactly is going on. But it should be all good after this war. Like after this war, everybody's gonna go back into their rankings. It should be all good. But I honestly have no idea what actually caused this. It could be a bug, or it could be something that they did on purpose. I'm not sure. But yeah, I mean, like one of my teammates, one of them said, if you see your team up here in the top 3 especially, or top 5, take a screenshot and use it for recruiting, man. Get some players in there, you know what I mean? Be like, we're the top 5 team, or we're like the best team. This team could literally say we're the best team in the game. You guys can see we're first place, so join us right now, and you can get a bunch of people maybe. already. But anyways, besides that, guys, we gotta talk about what has been added back into the game, and that is live duels. So if you actually go into the game now, what I need you to do, first of all, you want to go ahead and update your game if you haven't already. But once you go ahead and update your game and it loads back up, you might just go through the news. And if you don't see anything about the, live duels update, you can maybe go ahead and click on play down here and then try to look here. So usually it should be maybe in the multiplayer. No, maybe if we go down here, so there's adventure map, team wars, there's wasteland saga, air survival dungeon, air saga, resource dungeon, possibly. I don't think that would be okay. So that's just normal dungeons, so that wouldn't be it. And it doesn't say anything up here. So yeah, if you don't see it, that means it's actually in beta. But I do have some screenshots that I actually wanted to kind of share with you guys. Huge shout out to Monster Master. One of the players, actually one of the best players, I would say, in Coliseum. Speaking of Coliseum, it's actually not out right now. But yeah, when it comes back around, he's usually in the top 3 or top 1. Honestly, he's really good in Coliseum. He always like destroys, man. So overall, a really good player. But I actually wanted to kind of like let you guys know that basically live duels has returned, but it's actually limited to some players, so it's not available for everybody. It could be like a region thing, or it could be just like certain players were just chosen, because that's what was the same thing, I think, with Treasure Cave, or like something different that I had early access to, but other players didn't have access to it. So the first screenshot I'm going to go ahead and share you with you guys. It just says entry free. Apparently you can submit your entry free to access this duel with 1k food. That's literally all it takes. You just spend 1k food, which is pretty insane to me, honestly. Like, that is just like, that's crazy to me. And apparently you can either win or lose. There's only 1 win and there's 1 defeat. In the past it was up to, I think, 6 or 3, but now it's just literally 1 win. If you win it, great, you move on, you keep going back and forth. But if you lose, I think you just lose and you can continue playing. But it's actually insane. If you take a look at the leaderboards, which we're going to show in a second, but before I show you guys the leaderboard, take a look at the duel prizes. So the duel prizes shows apparently you can get 2k food, or you can get 100 golds, which is really bad, I would say. It's actually better with the entry than it is with the duel prizes, in my opinion. We all can agree on that. So yeah, the duel prizes is complete crap, but at least the entry is not that bad. The cost is actually, it's pretty fair. I feel like everybody can actually do it. Even if you create a new account and just like play for like maybe an hour, maybe less than an hour, you should be able to actually accomplish that easily. But if you take a look at the leaderboards, apparently there's a leaderboard right now. Somebody's actually leading it. It's a Camo 333. I hope I pronounced it correctly. So that player's apparently first with a lot of wins, and players are going crazy right now. And as you guys can see, the rewards are actually pretty good, I've got to say, especially the top 3. If you can get first place, you can get 4,500, which is insane. And that's Centium. So you can literally just rank up any monster from either this era or the previous eras, of course, excluding ancestral monsters. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think the rewards are good? I personally think that the rewards are good, but the other reward that I showed you guys earlier, that was terrible. At least the entry is not as bad. And I wonder what monsters players are using. So Eric, aka Monster Master, he actually went ahead and said it is in beta, of course, right? So unfortunately, a lot of players don't have access to it, including me. So even after like you update your game and you don't have access to it, then unfortunately it's not there for you. You know what I mean? So it says he actually said they changed it up now. It's every battle is a win for the leaderboard instead of 6 wins, and now 1 week long. So scores are pretty crazy, yeah. So apparently it's up to a week long, which with a screenshot I showed you guys earlier, it was like 5 days and something hours. So basically up to a week. And it did start, I believe, yesterday with the new season when it was dropped. And yeah, basically every win you get, you just go up in the leaderboard by 1 point. You just keep going up one by one. And the leaderboard didn't really look too bad. I mean, the first player has like 339 compared to the other player, which has 276 there. And then the third player has like 253, you guys saw earlier. So what do you guys think? I mean, I think that the leaderboard rewards are good. The entry is actually not bad, so a lot of players can definitely afford that. It should be like a free-to-play event. But the only thing that's not fair right now is just like the fact that not everybody has access to it. So yeah, I mean, if it does return, that would be cool. That would be some good content. I could definitely like stream it, and you guys could play along. You know what I mean? Try to match with me in the live duels and the grand duel. So yeah, we don't know when this is actually going to be available for everybody. It could be a week, it could be 2 weeks, or it could even be up to a month or more. I would say probably give it up to a month. They should actually eventually roll it out for everybody. But you guys can let me know in the comments below your thoughts and opinions on this. And if you have access to it, let me know how you're liking it and what monsters are available to use in those grand duels. I assume it's going to be all the monsters from this current era. Since it's a grand duel, that's usually how it works. It's either this era or the Historia era, one of the two. And it's up I think it's up to like rank 3 that you can use. So some of those good monsters would probably be like Polar Blaze as like the tank. I would say for Pierce, Charm Constrictor is really good. And then you could probably pair it up with like Red Eye Roger for like the triple damage. So yeah, some pretty good stuff, guys, right there. But a lot of players may run like Denier with like 16 speed. That would be the way to go, honestly. Since I don't see really any Megatons in this era. You know what I mean? I mean, there's Ancestral, but I don't think the Ancestral might be there. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions, like I said. And that's going to be pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.